Good morning, students. Today we will talk about the asexual reproduction. In the last class, I have told you both the what do you mean by sexual reproduction and what do you mean by asexual reproduction. Here, these two reproductions are the types of reproductions. Okay, among that, first we will see about the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means single parent is capable of producing the offspring. What do you mean by asexual reproduction? Here, where there is an involvement of single parent has the capability of producing offspring. That type of reproduction, what we call, where there is an involvement of single parent and they will reproduce to form the offspring. That type of reproduction we can say it as the asexual reproduction, and they are not only identical but they are exact copies of their parents. Okay, whatever the offspring which are produced, it will be exact copies of their parents. Okay, then whatever the exact copies of their parents are there, to that we can call it as the clones. Here, the clones, which may ask for 1 mark question. What do you mean by clones? Okay, clones means which are morphologically and genetically similar individuals. That individuals which are similar to their parents. Okay, such type of individuals we can have the clones. Clones are formed after what? After the asexual reproduction. Okay, so next we will go for the types of reproduction. What are the different methods or different types of reproduction? You see here. Types of asexual reproduction. In that, first type is binary fission. What is the first type? That it is the binary fission. Fission means something is going to break. Fusion means something is going to fuse. Okay, here parent cell is going to divide. Okay, binary, bi means 2. Here the parent cell is going to divide into the 2 daughter cells. Only 2 daughter cells they are going to form. Okay, so that particular type is known as the binary fission, and then 2 daughter cells will be of a same size. Okay, see here what it is in the binary fission. Parent cell divide to form only 2 cells or only 2 daughter cells, and the cells are of same size. Okay, that type of fission or that type of method, asexual reproduction, we can call it as the binary, means only 2 daughter cells are going to form. Fission means breaking or divide. Fission means what? That is breaking or something is going to divide. Here, what are the examples? First, it is mostly seen in the bacteria and protozoans. Okay, one of the examples here, that is the amoeba. Amoeba will undergo into the binary fission. This is the amoeba. It will divide and give rise to the daughter cells, and that daughter cells are same size. Like this. One more example is there, that is euglena. Okay, before that, it is most commonly seen in bacteria and protozoa. See, most of the binary fission is seen in the bacteria and protozoa. Then euglena is there. This is the euglena. Which is divided into two daughter cells, and two daughter cells are of equal size. Like this. They are not only morphologically means not only external characters are similar, but their genetic material, that is also similar to their parents. Okay, so this is about what? Binary fission. The next term, in planaria also you can see a transverse binary fission. Here, just I will write the example. Planaria also undergoing to a transverse binary fission. Okay, so this is about what? About the binary fission. Let's go for the some more methods. The second one is the multiple fission. Let's see about that one. Second one is multiple fission. Here in the multiple fission, binary means only two daughter cells are going to form. But in multiple fission, many number of daughter cells are going to form. Here you see, parent cell divides into many offspring. Parent cell divides into many offspring. Multiple, that is the many offspring. Okay, so and that offspring will be of variably of smaller size, not equal size, but it will be of smaller size. Okay, and here again example, if we take again, we can take amoeba. Okay, amoeba plasmodium. Example, amoeba. One example, that is plasmodium. Okay, so here first we will see the amoeba. In the amoeba, what happens under unfavorable condition? Under favorable condition, the amoeba will undergo into the binary fission process. Okay, but under unfavorable condition, under unfavorable condition, what happens? Here you see that cyst is secreted itself. See here, if this is the amoeba, this amoeba, when the conditions is unfavorable, it starts to secrete a cyst around the body. Okay, this amoeba, it will start to secrete a cyst, or there is a formation of cyst. See, this is the amoeba and this is the cyst. During some unfavorable condition, it starts to secrete a cyst, or a cyst formation will take place. And this cyst formation process, the process of formation of cyst, we can call it as the encystment. What it is? That we can call it as the process of formation of cyst around the body of the amoeba. It is known as the encystment. What happens means, see, the amoeba is protecting themselves from what? From the unfavorable condition. When the conditions become favorable, what happens? See, during this condition, they will form a cyst. That formation of cyst, that is known as the encystment. Sometimes they will ask for 1 mark. What do you mean by, or what is encystment? Okay, the process of formation of cyst. Okay, that is known as the encystment. Example, amoeba. Okay, so what happens on return of the favorable conditions? See, conditions will be unfavorable only for a certain period of time. But when the condition will become favorable, at that time, amoeba divide by multiple fission by producing a large number of spores, or that is known as the amoebule. See here I will write, on return of favorable condition, amoeba divides by multiple fission and then produces the spores, or else it is also known as the amoebulae. What it is? That is, small amoebules are going to form, which we can call it as the amoebulae. And see here, this is the first cyst is formed. Then it is going to form under the favorable condition. It will form a small spores. These small spores are formed. Many number of spores, or many number of, this is the amoebule or amoebulae, what we call. So like this, many number of cells are going to form. Then this cyst is going to get ruptured. This cyst will get ruptured. Then each amoebulae will grow and it will form a single individual, that is the amoeba. Okay, first cyst formation, then division by multiple fission. Okay, then formation of amoebulae. This amoebulae will releases from the cyst as cyst gets ruptured, and each amoebule will converted into what? Amoeba. Okay, so this is taking place in what? In the multiple fission. The next, the third method here, that it is the sporulation. Third one, it is sporulation. Third method, sporulation. Here, in the sporulation, it is a process in which the organism produces a specialized cells, and that specialized cells we can call it as the spores. Here you see, it is a process in which organisms produces specialized cells, and the specialized cells are known as the spores. Okay, so this you can see in the fungi. One of the example of fungi, that it is the bread mold. Example, bread mold. For this bread mold, what is the scientific name is that it is the Rhizopus stolonifer. Rhizopus stolonifer. Okay, so here, for example, this is the parent body of Rhizopus stolonifer or bread mold. What you can see on the bread, the fungus growth, that structure is here. Okay, these are the parent body. Here, this bulb-like structure or bulb-like part of this stolonifer is known as the sporangium. Sporangium, and the basal region of this rhizopus, it is known as the stolon. Okay, stolon. Then here there will be presence of some root-like structure, to which we can call it as the rhizoids. This is zoospores. Let's see the fourth one. Zoospores. Here also there is a formation of spores. Okay. These are microscopic. Zoospores are the microscopic motile structures. Means they have some motility, structures of motile organs, which is going to help or which are associated with the reproduction. So this is found in the algae. One of the example here, that it is Chlamydomonas. Example in algae. What is the species of algae means? That is the Chlamydomonas. Okay, here in the Chlamydomonas, how the zoospores are going to form? First, this is the parent body, in which there is a presence of some motile cells. The cells will be like this with the motility structures. These are the cells. These cells under favorable condition, see, it is going to release from the parent body, and this is the flagellated or flagella is present. You can see some motility organs or structures that we can call it as the flagella, or the cells we can call it as the flagellated zoospores. On the release from the parent body, it will get dispersed and they will get fall down and a new body is going to form. Okay, this is about the zoospore. Next type, that it is the conidium. Let's see about that. Fifth type, that is conidia. What do you mean by conidia? Means these are the exogenous. Exogenous means which are growing outside the body. Exogenous, non-motile outgrowths. Non-motile outgrowths which are commonly found in many fungi. Commonly found in many fungi, for example, such as Aspergillus penicillium. These are the some species of fungi. These are exogenous. Exogenous means which is growing outside the body, non-motile outgrowths. They don't have any flagella, any locomotive structures. So how it will be means, this is the main body, hyphae will be there. Then there is a formation of, on the hyphae, there is a exogenous structures are formed, and this exogenous structures is known as the conidia. Okay, this conidia, it is going to form, it is going to disperse from here and it is going to form a new body. Okay, the next budding is there. Sixth type, that is the budding. In this process, a bud is going to form. Bud is formed. Now, what is bud means? It is one of the outgrowth. Here also, it is going to form outside the body. So, this bud will serve as an reproduction. So, here it is mostly found in hydra. Hydra, which is one of the sponge. Then in yeast. Okay, how the budding is going to take place means, here you see budding in yeast. This is one of the species of yeast. Okay, so what happens means, this is the parent cell. Here, a small outgrowth on the surface of the body is going to take place like this. And this small outgrowth, we can call it as the bud. Okay, this bud gets detached from the parent body and it will form a new body. And a new offspring is formed over here through what? Through a small outgrowth which is present, which is located on the surface of the body, and that is, this process is known as the budding. Okay, the next seventh method, the seventh type over here, what it is means that it is the gemule formation. In one mark question, they will ask budding will take place in what? Or in yeast or hydra, which type of asexual reproduction is going to take place, like that. With example, you have to remember the examples which are very important. Okay. Next, that it is gemule formation, seventh type. Gemule formation. Here, what do you mean by gemule? These are found in the freshwater sponges, like found in freshwater sponges, like one of the examples, that is the spongilla. What it is? Spongilla. Okay, and here a small bud is going to form inside the body. How it will be means? See here. Like this it will be, and the surface of the body are made up of spicules. Exoskeleton is made up of spicules, like this. Okay, here this is the gemule in what? In the sponges. So here a small bud which is formed inside the body, and that small bud, here you can see many number of small bud-like structures, and these are known as the gemule. These are formed inside the body. On maturation, this gets dispersed and they will form a new body. Okay, so this is also one of the asexual method of reproduction. The next fragmentation is there. Last one, that it is the fragmentation. So let's see that one. Last one, that is the seventh one, fragmentation. What do you mean by fragmentation means? So, see, this is the eighth one, sorry. What do you mean by fragmentation means? It is the process in which a parent body divides into two or more pieces. Okay, so here parent body gets divided into two or more pieces, which is also known as the fragments. Okay, more pieces or fragments, some of which will develop into the adult. These pieces or fragments will develops into the adult. This process of getting broken down into the pieces, then a new individual is going to form, that we can call it as the fragmentation. That process we can call it as the fragmentation. What are the examples over here? Means that is the fungi, flatworms, then annelids, then echinodermata. Okay, so here one example I will tell you. That we will see in the planaria. This is the planaria. Here the body gets divided into pieces or broken down into the pieces. Okay, you can see this is the head region, this is the middle region, and this is the tail region. Okay, these are the pieces of a parent body. Each parent body will get formed into a new adult or a new individual. So this process of reproduction is known as the fragmentation. Okay, next see, all these methods we have talked in the animals. Okay, now next we will see what are the different methods of asexual reproduction in plants. Okay, in plants it will be different. Here we had talked only about the animals or the other organisms except the plants. And the asexual reproduction in the plants, we can call it as the vegetative propagation. See here. Vegetative propagation in plants. Next one. In plants, whatever the asexual reproduction is going to take place, that we can rename over here by vegetative propagation. Okay, so first, what do you mean by vegetative propagation? First, we will see here. It is a process of multiplication. It is a process of multiplication in which a part or fragment of plant gets detached and under suitable conditions it develops into a independent plant. One example I will tell you, and see here, multiplication of a part or a fragment from what? From the parent body. Just for example, You take the ginger. This is the ginger. Okay, so here, this is the ginger. You are familiar with this example, that is ginger. Okay, here a bud or some finger-like projections you can see over here. So to this finger-like projection or to this bud-like structure, we can say a part or fragment. Okay, which is going to detach from the body. This part is going to see all together. This we can call it as the parent body. Okay, from there a bud or a part, a small part is going to detach from the parent body under what? Under the suitable condition. Okay, it will get detached and develops. The small bud will get developed into an independent adult or the independent plant body. You can see this type of vegetative propagation in ginger, in potato, in turmeric, and in bulbils, bryophyllum. Many examples are there. According to that, we will see. So here, the whatever the part or a fragment by which reproduction is going to take place, that particular part we can call it as the vegetative propagule. What it can be called as? It can be called as the vegetative propagules. Okay, during vegetative propagation, whatever the part which is responsible for asexual reproduction, that we can call it as the vegetative propagules. Okay, the next here, what are the vegetative propagules over here? What are the major part of the plant? Means that is the root. Our vegetative propagation is going to take place by root. First, we will see about the root. Secondary, we will see about the by stem. Okay, in stem also, some aerial stems will be there, and one more underground stems will be there. Underground stem, and lastly, that is by leaves. Okay, so these are the different parts of the plant body which is going to form what? That is the which will undergo into a process, that is the vegetative propagation. So here in this, from this topic, what they will ask in your theory exam means they will ask for 1 mark questions. They will ask only about the vegetative propagule. Okay, they will give ginger as the parent body and they will ask write the vegetative propagule of ginger. Okay, that we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.